Before heading down into the Lower Undead Burg, I thought it's time to take my newly upgraded weapons and visit some old friends. Namely the Titanite demon. I wasn't actually expecting that one to hit me. Okay, that was pretty sloppy, but as you can see, just having upgraded my weapon a bit makes a huge difference. And Demon Titanite is used to upgrade special boss weapons that we can craft later on in the game. Next stop is going to be the Black Knight at the top of the tower here. Titanite chunks are used when upgrading your weapon in the plus 10 to plus 14 range. And now, my friends, Havel the Rock. The item we get from him is his ring, which is incredibly useful if you're planning to use heavier arms and armour. Let's see what it does. Boosts maximum equipment load. Let's have a look. This means we can wear almost 40 units of equipment before getting into heavy roll, and almost 20 before getting into mid roll, which lets us, for instance, I believe it means that we can now have both the halberd and bandit knife equipped at the same time and still get to do a light roll. See? Both weapons still have a light roll. In terms of increasing your versatility, Havel's ring is one of the ones that really can't be beat. This door leads into the Darkroot Basin. From here, if we look up there, you can see the church. That's something. And there's the bridge. And there's the forest. Next episode, I'll draw a little map showing how everything we've explored so far links together. But for now, it's on to the Lower Undead Burg after we've done a little bit of levelling. The way to the Lower Undead Burg is reached through this door, which is the one that was locked when we first defeated the Taurus Demon. This door leads to the Taurus Demon's bridge. And down there is Solaire, and there's the Parish. Welcome to the Lower Undead Burg. Up there is the Upper Undead Burg. The first thing we need to do is go up these stairs to unlock a shortcut. This, as you can see, brings us back out over here opposite the the Burg bonfire. The Lower Undead Burg introduces two new enemies to us. The first, dogs. Dogs do bleed damage. No, sorry, it introduces three new enemies to us. Dogs, which do bleed damage. Torch hollows, which are like the normal hollows, except now they have fire. And you do not want to be hit by their flailing attack. Down here we have twin humanities, and that's it for this little section.
Somebody! Please let me out of here. Somebody! Anybody! Help me! Unlock the door! Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
The next enemy are talking doors. No, seriously though, here you use the residence key. The master key cannot be used for this door.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels. Oh, hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery. and I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
He will go to the shrine where you can buy sorcery from him. Perhaps this dead guy in a barrel, who rather ominously is wearing sorcerer kit. And this gives us our free catalyst. When we get back to Firelink, he'll sell us spells. You may be looking at this and thinking, well, there's got to be something down here. Unfortunately, there isn't. I don't know if it was an area they intended to add but ran out of time, because it certainly looks like there should be something down there. But yeah, there isn't. As you walk down here, this happens. At this point, do not continue running forwards. Because if you continue running forwards, another set of doors will open and you'll get mobbed by a second batch. These guys are undead thieves. They drop some of their kit and they drop bandit daggers rarely. Down here, in one of these rooms we have an item. We have the mail breaker. It's another pointy sword. It's one of the few actually bad weapons in the game. It's got a pretty short range, unimpressive damage, and so on. Down here we have more thieves hiding behind doors and dogs. Think of this little section as something that's teaching you how to deal with dogs and normal enemies at the same time. This will be useful. Down here we have a little barrel with a soul. And just in case you didn't start as the thief and you've been admiring my clothes, you can get a copy of them here. And another target shield. The bandit knife is only a drop from the thieves. Through this door is the boss of this area. It's called the Capra demon. It's fairly infamous, and it guards the key to the depths, which is down here just past this guy and his mate, who's hoping to ambush us from the right as we head down the stairs. These guys have a parry move, which is quite dramatic, but I can't survive it, so I'm not going to show it off to you until I can. We're going to be heading up these stairs first, but just around here is, I believe, another soul. Or possibly humanity, can't quite remember. It's another soul. This is the door to the depths, which is locked. Before we go and fight the Capra demon, we're coming up here into this door. Down here. Here is the second merchant. The female undead merchant. She's pretty keen on selling you moss. She sells moss, which cures various status resistances. Poison throwing knives, which let you inflict poison with a knife. And dung pies, which let you throw poo at people. Charcoal pine resin and rotten pine resin are the fire and poison equivalents of the light golden pine resin. These things are pretty cool. They do exactly what they say on the tin. She sells purging stones for significantly more than the guy in the tower. She's also the most expensive vendor for these, but if you run out of them in the area where you need them, it's good to know she sells them. The important thing she sells for us is these. We're going to buy one of these for now. Then continue downstairs to the fire link. This is a grate we encountered when we first entered the aqueduct. To our right is the archway to the upper burg. And we're going to swap to a lighter weapon. Smaller weapon even, because you don't want big swingy weapons on narrow ledges. Now that we're back at Firelink Shrine, you'll notice Griggs of Vinheim is here.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed. Incidentally, would you care to learn any sorceries? You're clearly talented, and besides, I owe you. Of course, we will require some materials, but I'm happy to teach you some elementary spells. Are you interested?
Damn right I am.
Splendid. Very well. I am pleased to have a chance to give something back. Well then, let's get started straight away.
Okay, let's talk to him first.
You heard of Big Hat Logan? Master Logan is a great sorcerer and my teacher. Both of us came to this land as undead. But one day he departed, leaving only a note. I suppose he wished to keep me out of harm's way. But where does that leave me? I have dedicated myself to sorcery, but Master Logan could find no use for me. Yes, the note that Master Logan left. It only said he would travel to Anolondo by way of Sen's fortress. I can only guess that he seeks the regal archives. For Master Logan is a tireless pursuer of wisdom. Wisdom trumps all. Everything else is hogwash. When the curse turned him undead, I'm certain that he only felt it was the perfect chance to visit this land. I only wish that I had his courage. 2 things are required for sorcery. First, you must equip a wand. Second, you must attune a sorcery. Then you will be ready to fire away. Oh, and don't forget to aim.
See, the people who say that Dark Souls explains nothing clearly never read the manual or talked to the NPCs. It actually does explain an awful lot.
2 things are first, then... Oh, and...
Right, so let's talk about what he sells. He sells a variety of spells. This is a very short-term buff. Right now, we're just going to pick up Soul Arrow. And we don't need to buy a catalyst because we found one. And Fall Control, which is always useful. These 2 items, these rings he sells, especially the Bellowing Dragon Crest ring, are incredibly useful, especially if you're planning to concentrate on sorcery. This one doubles the damage you do. And the other one, the Lingering Dragon Crest ring, boosts the duration of your spells.
Goodbye then. Do stay safe.
Well, where have you been? I'm glad to see you're safe. Have you heard of Trusty Patches? If ever a man has rubbed me up the wrong way, if he ever comes around again, I swear I'll have his hide. You again. Our futures.
This time, after you return after killing the gargoyles, Lothrek's got a little bit more to say for himself. We're now going to fight the boss of the Lower Undead Burg. You may find getting some pine resin from this lady is useful. It's not but simply because it reduces the amount of time the fight will take, and the less time a fight takes, the fewer mistakes you make. The other good thing we're doing here is we're spending all our souls. Or most of them anyway, because we're fairly certain to lose them. Yeah, I'm just going to set this up, so drop these. I've got my charcoal pine resin there ready to go. There are two things you're going to want to check before you fight the Capra demon. Firstly, that you have a weapon that you can use without it clanging into a wall on the right hand side. And secondly, that you can kill dogs with one hit. This probably isn't ideal, but we'll give it a go. You won't have a lot of time when you get through the door. Your first look at the Capra demon fight is probably going to look something like this. You notice we have a guy coming towards us. And then you're dead. What happens here is there's the demon at the back and two dogs. The trick to an easy Capra demon fight is to get up the stairs and take the dogs on one at a time before trying anything else. You want to make sure you've got a heavy shield that can block the demon's hits, but ideally you don't want to take any hits from him at all. Now, the Capra's AI can get quite confused if you can get up the stairs. Can certainly buy enough time to drink. But don't depend on it, because if you get trapped, you die. Something that can make the Capra demon fight easier if you find yourself being interrupted a lot is to pick up heavier armor, because one of the main feature of heavy armor isn't so much that you take less damage, but that you get interrupted by enemy attacks a lot less. I'll demonstrate that later on once I've got some. But with the Capra demon defeated, it's now time to enter the depths. Which are down here. And as they say, the real Dark Souls starts here. Before we head down to the depths, however, we're going to return to Firelink Shrine, repair, level, and continue on. So you don't really want to be past level 25 by the time you get to the depths if you're looking for jolly co-op. And the next area beyond it is about in the level 30 to 35 range. This has been Madcat. Thank you for watching. Join me next episode as we pay a return visit to the Undead Asylum before heading down into the depths.